what is good? Yeah, my mic doesn't work, so excuse me for that. But this is your boy Ron, and you're watching the Ron Show live stream. Damn, it's good to be back. Oh my god. You know, I've got to say, it's been quite a off season. Let's see. A lot of things have been going on. You know, with the free agent and the draft, all of those things. So, you know, but let's start with you know, our guys first of all. So let's start with the rookies, and then we're gonna go over to the roster itself. So, let's see. So for the rookies, we have Miles McBride, which, you know what, it wasn't bad of a trade. I think this was the trade, if I'm correct. Then Quentin Grimes, you know, not bad, not bad. Let's see. Another person that we got was also Jericho Sims. I think both of these guys, I don't know how many of those guys are going to be in the in the Westchester Knicks. So, you know, but I'll put that down below or something like that. I really don't know. You know, yeah, we also got, I think as a two-way player, we got Dwayne Bacon. So, you know, he might be good for us. We also signed Amir Sims. So I believe he's going to also be playing in the Westchester Knicks. MJ Walker. Also, I think he's going to be like a two-way player. I think Jared Harper got, yeah, I think Jared and Theo, according to SofaScore, I have SofaScore, so they're probably behind. But I think those two got waived off. So they got to keep it up. Luca Benziza, or whatever his last name is. So, yeah, we got him. And then for the players, like, you know, the actual good players, we got Kemba Walker. I mean, really, this can't get any better for free agent. Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier. I mean, really, like, can this get any better? Like, you know, I mean, over the last year, we've been getting weird players, like off and on players, but if you look back at last year, it's much better than this year. Well, not last year, but I think you get the point. Much better than what happened maybe 4 years ago. So, what I'm trying to say is that I think this year we're on the map. And we're going to stay on the map. Which, thank God that we are actually being looked at. You know, I mean, it comes down to this: who's gonna be the good player and who's not. So, you know, but anyways, guys, as I face and do the moonwalk, even though he's not alive anymore, you know, I mean, my reactions, I've got to say this is a totally B+. Like, B+, like an absolutely B+. I mean, last year, we got Tibbs. A. And I'm not saying an A+ or an A- or a B+ or a B-, but I'm saying an A. We got Leon Rose the year before that. That was a solid A. World West, A, or you know what? I'm gonna have to say A, B, whatever. But you know what I mean. It's just like wow. Like I think we knocked it out of the ballpark. Like you know what I mean. It just comes down to what a team we are. So you know, but yeah, I mean, you know, um, you know. But let's also look at the season. So yeah, let's look at uh, let's look at the season and how it's going to um, look like in terms of you know. So yeah, just bear with me. But I've got to say we still have a pretty good you know like team, like you know um, you know yeah. Anyways, guys, I also meant to say that if you're also not subscribed, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, ring the notification bells so you get daily videos. You know, from the team or the not from the team from from my channel. So make sure to like, subscribe, um, and you know, yeah, you know, I mean, the Knicks are back. If Stoudemire were here to stay, if he were to hear like, if he were to be here to say this, I would be, you know, yeah. But the Knicks are back. So, you know, I really can't wait for training camp. You know, that's gonna blow my mind. So, you know. Okay. Understand that my computer's really slow. Like, freaking slow. So, you know. But yes, okay. So I got it right over here. Let me face it back. I'm gonna put you guys on the capture. Okay, here we go. Yes, sir. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here's the schedule for the season. For the preseason, of course, you could see the cutoff pre-season. It's cut off because of the scrolling down and all that shit. But here we go. So, October 5th, which is a week after next week. I'm not sure, but yes. You know, what are my reactions to this? Doesn't really. It doesn't really ring that surprise or all that. But you know, yeah. So, you know, but yeah. So October 5th, Indiana and the Knicks. So that's gonna be at home. We're gonna see Donny Afdia and on Saturday. We're gonna be at their home court at the Capital One Stadium. So yes, you know, I have a feeling that we're gonna, you know, put them by, you know, No, I don't want to say dismantle, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Um, then on the 13th, we're going to go up against Detroit at home. This one is going to be very, very, going to be like. I mean, this is going to be an easy game, first of all, because this is the former team that Derrick Rose was in, and then he was like, I wanted to get traded because of this. The team was going nowhere, so I don't blame him for that. And then, what, Dwayne Casey was right. Yeah, but the Knicks were like, just the same old negative, and the next thing you know, what did we tell you? I mean, anything is possible, like Kevin Garnett would say, Then we go up, then we stay home and we go up against the Washington Wizards and Denny Aftia. So, my reactions to the preseason games are, you know what? It's not bad because, first of all, it gives us a way to regroup, and then we're kind of like, okay, how could we see, like, what kind of changes do we need to make, and do we need to make any changes? In my opinion, it's not really. I'll give you one of the reasons why, because I don't think there needs to be a change. And there doesn't need to be a change. I think the only change might be that maybe Luka might go to Westchester, the Westchester Knicks. He might need a little bit of time off. I'm not so sure, but I think he's a good player. I mean, if he played in the EuroLeague and Real Madrid, I think he's pretty good. I mean, he played with Adon. He played with Rudy Fernandez, which is pretty shocking because I don't know if this is his 10th year in the league, in the EuroLeague, and the rest of the team. So when you look at him, it's like, okay, well, he comes from a really, really, really good team, great head coach. The team, think about this. Real Madrid is like oh God, I want to say Detroit Pistons, but then it's not a good comparison. I'm sorry, like, what am I thinking? No. Real Madrid BC is more like, I want to say, Golden State Warriors, the one where Stephen Curry and the rest of those team, with Kevin Garnett and all of those guys. Or, I want to say maybe Toronto. Toronto Raptors with Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. When they became good, really, really good. Not the one with Kyle Lowry. Because, of course, with Kyle Lowry, he had the whole entire team, and, he led them to the finals. Yet again, I'm not saying that Luka did that. He did not do that. It was all Rudy Fernandez. By the way, I don't know how to pronounce this person's name. I think it's Luka, but I'm not so sure. Comment down below, and yeah. But I think the preseason schedule looks pretty decent. It doesn't look like, oh shit, like, first of all, you gotta be pumped up. Who doesn't want to be pumped up? So, it's the Knicks, I mean, like, So, I mean, basically, it's just, I have no words. But let's go down to the regular season. So here we go. The regular season, we're going to start with these 4 teams. So on Wednesday, the 20th, we're going to go up against Kemba Walker's former team, the Boston Celtics, as well as for Aaron Fournier. Then we're going up against Aaron Fournier's old team, and we're actually going to go there. So, it's going to be back-to-back because then they're going to come back. Then we're going to go up against Joel Embiid and Philly. We don't know yet if Ben Simmons is going to be back. That is a rumor that's still going on. But then we are going up against Chicago. And I just noticed I forgot my so then we're going up against Chicago. And and then right after Chicago on Thursday the 28th, we are going on the 30th, on October 30th. I think that's a night before Halloween, is the New Orleans Pelicans. Right after that, we are going up against Toronto, and then we are going up against Indiana. So I'm pretty psyched to see what Rick Carlisle, or is it Rick Carlisle? I'm not so sure. Believe me, guys, off-season just bring me to vacation mode, so just bear with me. But if you want to comment down below and just misplace what I just said, then please do. Again, this is really helpful when you guys comment down below and try to help me and, just bring some good feedback. Okay, so then we go up against the champs, which is the Milwaukee Bucks, which I did not expect that they were gonna reach to winning the championship. I thought it was gonna be all CP3. Then we are going to Cleveland, or not then we are going to Cleveland, but then we are going up against Cleveland. Then we're going to Philly. And then we go back home and go up against the defending champs, which is going to be hard. And and then I'll do a couple of more games to tell you guys, and then then I'll give out my honest opinion. So then we are going to Charlotte to go up against Lonzo, or not Lonzo, but LaMelo. We're going back home 3 times to go up against Indiana, Orlando, and the Houston Rockets, which is very, very sad for Houston fans. And it's a 5 o'clock game, which I'm really surprised. And if you can see by the cut-up down there, which I scrolled down, was the Chicago Bulls will be away. So, yeah. But, basically, guys, there's there's no words I need to say about this wow. So far, the schedule looks amazing. Roster, awesome job by front office and Leon Rose, Will by West, Scott Perry, I forgot to mention him, even though he was at the, way back at the time with Steve Mills. So, but overall, we have an amazing team. And I'll tell you what, guys. You gotta give it a hand to 2 of these guys I forgot to mention. You gotta give a hand to Coach of the Year, Tom Thibodeau. Really, Coach of the Year last year. Oh my God. That just put us on the map. If you don't know who we are now, we put ourselves on the map and we proved every single 29 teams that we are also over here, you know? And they were like, think about it. The whole league was like, oh, the New York Knicks. They said, like, they were just talking about, like, do you know what half of them were talking about? You're talking about Max Kellerman. You're talking about that football guy who's from Undisputed and, you know, debates with Skip Bayless. Oh my God, what's his name? The football player, that guy. He doesn't even know what the fuck we are. Like, who in God's name? Yes, I'll give you some points. James Dolan is a little bit, you know, in the head, but you have to get it over with because, first of all, we can't focus on one person that owns we can't focus on one person that owns the team. This has been going on for years and years and years and years. Do you know when has this been going on since? This has been going on since the Isaiah Thomas time when he was gifted by his father, I believe. I don't know what the story is, but when he was gifted by his father, if I'm not mistaken, and saying, here you go, your teams are now the Rangers and the Knicks. Okay, so we complained, we protest, we try to do what's best, but are we still frustrated? Yes, but we have to ignore and get the hell over with. Yes, you know, am I like, he's our owner, what am I supposed to do? Protest outside, and then next thing you know, he's gonna be telling me, yeah, you're not allowed in here. You could, as far as I'm concerned, you could watch it at home. I'm not willing to stay at home and sit on my ass 24 hours and watching my favorite team. There's no way. I'm gonna respect the person, and that's it. Even though his tickets are gonna be $400 to go to a Knicks game, I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care if I'm gonna have to grab my bank, my piggy bank, and put my money into it every single time. Like, I'll tell you something. I have a bank right over here. I put money into this every single year, year after year after year, and it's heavy as fuck. I tell myself every single year, I'm gonna spend this on the Knicks season tickets. I want to become a Knicks season holder, like the rest of the Knicks fans. Like, I at least care, like, I genuinely, I don't want to say that I don't care about James Dolan. Because I do. He owns our team, and he brings our tickets to get, you know, the amp up, and, you know, like, he's doing his job. That's what I'm trying to say. But the media is too focused on that. And then, you know what else it pisses me off a little bit? Is the times that we win and we lose, and they're just so negative because they look at Trae Young and what happened last season ever since they won in Game 5, and then we've just been ranting outside of the Garden. Why? I mean, really. Negative. And you know what? It pisses me off more than it pisses everyone else off. I mean, really. What? Like, you know what? For some Knicks fans, they're like, there's some Knicks fans which are like, well, he's our owner, we have to deal with it, which is me. Then there's other Knicks fans or NBA wannabe fans who are like, I hate him. He raises up the, like, you know, those two are the NBA fans, the critical Knicks fans, and the Knicks fans who just don't give a shit because they want to see their team at Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. Which is me. That is me. You know, I don't care that I have to pay $200 even though I convince, like, my parents, or I just look at myself and tell myself, should I go to this game? But it's $200. $200, $400 if I pay for 2 tickets. So, I mean, come on. Like, you know, the least you could do is pay a little bit of respect for the guy. He wasn't on the media since maybe like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. You know? And I'm not saying that there's anything, you know, negative. But I'm just saying we have to face the facts that we have to just look at it to say, this is what it is. We face the facts that this is who James Dolan is. And there's no other way. You know? I really don't care. You know? Like, listen, a couple of years ago, I did complain about James Dolan because he was on the media a lot and he pissed me off. But now it's like he's barely on the news. You know what's on the news right now? The fact that we are 10 times as better, or not 10 times, but maybe 8 times as better as the 29 teams. No offense to the Milwaukee Bucks who won and the other 29 teams. They're all good teams, all good players. LeBron James, all these guys. You know? But when you look at the facts, it's like, yo, you barely even look at like us as a good team. You critique it, and that's what Max Kellerman and this sharp guy. Now I kind of remember his name. It's crazy. And like meanwhile, Stephen A. like the only people who are talking to us in a positive way is Richard Jefferson, which I find really weird. Excuse me for saying that. Richard Jefferson, no offense, you're a good player. But it's weird because one time I could understand you and you want us to be a good team. Other times I don't. I just genuinely don't. Stephen A. Smith, which he's kind of a rapid mouth because at one point he's talking about how about them Cowboys, and then one time he's talking about let's go Knicks, we're going to be good this year. I don't know. I don't really watch those shows. I only like to watch part of the clips and how they react, and that's it. That's who I am. I'm like I only watch the diehard Knicks fans like myself telling the truth of we think based on our opinions. You know, there is no. It's a conspiracy. It's all based to our fact. By the way, I got this cut yesterday. You know how you get this cut whenever you get like a box of something? So I got this cut yesterday. I don't know if you could see this, but it's in the middle of my finger. So I got this box for my birthday, right? Just like, put aside this story, right? I got this box yesterday. The Knicks fan, it's like one of those like sports fan boxes where you get like a flag and all those things. So I get it, right? I'm trying to move it to my bed, to my couch. Next thing you know, I get this like fucking cut and it goes. Now it doesn't bleed, but it's like it's still here, sitting on the middle of my finger. It's like it's like every single time I'm looking like this, and I'm like, I'm not pointing the middle finger to anyone, but it's like, I'm looking at it. Like, I don't know if you could see that shit, but if you could see that, maybe you should snapshot it and just zoom in. I don't know how I got it or what made me want to go to the side of the box, but it hurts as fuck. Do me a favor, guys, if you get a box from Amazon or any of those, please be careful because this is what could happen to you. And tomorrow I'm going to a very special event. I'm not going to tell you what, but it really hurts as fuck. Really. Should I put a bandage? Because I'm going to a special occasion tomorrow. Again, I'm not saying what, but really, I mean, it doesn't look presentable. It really doesn't. You know? Like, I mean, okay, you go to a special occasion and you put on a bandage, but to me, whenever I put on a bandage, it's like, fuck, I feel so stupid. But, yeah, back on topic. I've just gotta, like, the media has just got to calm down. Like Max Kellerman, Sharp, all of these guys from FS1 and all of those. Even the guy from Undisputed, I forgot his name, but he's so fucking mean. The only people that I find who are nice, respectful, and who kind of think that we're a decent team is people like let's see. I want to say, oh man. I'm not so sure, but I'm just gonna grab out random names. So like Rachel Nicholson, wow. I'm not so sure. Rachel, former Knicks players, and that's it. I mean, Michael Breen, Clyde Frazier, all of these guys. Even like players like Carmelo Anthony and all of these guys. But, it's like, they play for different teams. So it's like it's not fair for, players like those to talk bad about their team. So, but, yeah. But, yeah, I'm really excited until the season is going to come back. I mean, we have quite a team. We really do. And I'm just excited. Like, I don't know how you're excited, but I'm excited. It's just crazy. By the way, guys, if you're celebrating the Jewish holidays and you're kind of like sick and tired of more Jewish holidays coming up, I feel you, but just hold on. Because be excited, like, have some positivity in your head. Like, try to celebrate the holidays and also be excited for Knicks basketball. And just like basketball in general, that it's coming back. Because, damn, I miss basketball. But just try to be a little bit positive, Just don't try to be that, negative Nancy in a way, Not that maybe you are a person that's negative Nancy, but, you gotta just, like, breathe in, Like, sometimes there's so many Jewish holidays that you're like, what the fuck? I get it. Breathe in, breathe out. Timshom amok, and let it out. I feel your pain. The Jewish holidays are all about to end. Spend some quality time with your family. Spend it like never before. We've been through this whole COVID shit throughout 2021 and 2020 most importantly. So right now, it's that time of the year where we're supposed to come together as a family. And even for those who don't celebrate the Jewish holidays, just make sure to come together with your loved ones and just tiyeh biyachad. תהיה עם סבתא שלך, עם סבא שלך, like with your mom, your dad, your doda, all of these people. Like, it's important to spend some time with the quality times with your loved ones, your cousins, all of those people. So, but yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go to intermissions, and we'll be right back. What's up, guys? It's your boy, and we are back. So, right now I just want to talk a little bit about, some news and not like, news, but Knicks news. Better off to say that. But, yeah, so there are some resources that Frank Ntilikina is going to play for Dallas. We don't know.
5 o'clock.
Yes, it is 5 o'clock. So, but we don't know if Frank Ntilikina is going to sign with the Dallas Mavericks for an extension or something like that. So that is, it's quite shocking because we all thought that he was going to Europe and play in the EuroLeague for a decent amount of, money. What else is brief news? Yeah. I mean, listen. My reaction to Frank Ntilikina going to Dallas is kind of like, to me, it's like, do I really give a shit? No, but it's like they're just looking to build themselves up. Yes, they've got Kristaps. What did they get out of Kristaps Porzingis? Like what? They thought that they could really beat us? Like they really thought that like when Dallas got him, they thought that they were going to get 99% Kristaps Porzingis going to getting them to the playoffs. Do you know how much he averaged last season in the playoffs? Maybe like a decent amount of 16, משהו כזה. אני לא יודע. אולי נחפש. I don't know. I'll search it up, but I don't know. I don't give a shit. The only player that averaged good was Luka Doncic. Luka. Now we're talking about Luka Doncic. The same Luka who played good in the bubble in Orlando. The same Luka. The same Luka that played in the bubble in Orlando for maybe 3 months. And do you know what Kristaps did? He just dunked. He missed every single shot that went in the basket. Missed every single shot. If I could show you a court, I could show you where he missed. Let me actually bring up a Google image of just a random court. I'll bring up our court for an example. Okay? I'll bring up a decent court. Let's check this out. Like, I'm not saying this is news. Like, not Frank Ntilikina news. But I'm just saying, okay, you got, first of all, tremendous job by Tim Hardaway Jr. Give credit to that. Luka Doncic, amazing player. He played in Real Madrid. Amazing job, amazing kid. He's about my age. I don't know, a couple of years younger than me. Then you've got the person who's just horrible, and the negative person, which is Kristaps Porzingis. Negative. Like I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna go to images. Like I'm telling you. Okay, hold on a sec. Court. Okay, so I'll bring up this picture. Pretty decent picture. I'll bring it up. Here we go. Let's see. It's good. It's quality. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, okay. So let's say... Okay. Yeah, I got it. Okay. So, here we go. Let's bring up this quality picture, right? Okay, so hold on. I just found it. Okay. Here's the court, right? The right side, your right, I bet you he missed. He missed that. If this was the court in the bubble, he would have missed that shot. Without a shadow of a doubt. A shadow of a doubt. Kristaps would have missed that shot. Remember that time where I can't show it because then I'm going to get copyrighted. But remember that time where Luka Doncic and Dallas came here and we went up against them? How much did he average? Do you know how much he averaged? Maybe like 10 points. 12. Pretty decent, right? Nah. He wasn't even good. What was that? What? Like, I'm sorry for yelling, but you know, it's definitely not me. Like, you know what I mean? Now, if this was Luka, he would be shooting on your right, on your left. I can't really put my, like, maybe you'll see my arrow or something like that, but I don't know. He would be shooting right over here. I don't know if you could see my the thing or whatever it's called, but like he would be shooting on your right side of the court, on the left, and make a dunk. The repeat and the repeat and the repeat. By the way, it's a nice court. I don't know who designed it on Adobe Flash, but I mean, what is Luka Doncic? What is Frank Ntilikina gonna do on Dallas? What is he gonna do in Dallas? You know what they're gonna do with him in Dallas? Send him to the G League. You know why? Because this is his max. This is how much he is worth. Let me tell you how much Frank Ntilikina is worth. I'll tell you each player how much he is worth. I'll tell you this. Chad Mashmi. Blah 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 blah. Let's see. Salary. Here. Okay, I'm gonna change it to... Okay, hold on a sec. You'll see right now. Okay, so... Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna change it right now to... Oh, sorry guys. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, look at how much Frank Ntilikina got paid when he was with us. When Frank Ntilikina was playing with us, look at how much this guy got paid. I bet you they are going to put this kid in the G League. Look at how much he's getting paid. kid gonna put him on the floor for? He's gonna put him in for 50 minutes. Now, listen, I don't have a problem with that. That's their problem now. If it was the other way around, okay. But I don't have an issue. I mean, let's face it. You've got Chris Stepps. You've got Tim Hardaway Jr. You've got You've got Trey Burke. You've got all of these good guys. And what is Jason Kidd going to do with this guy? What is he going to do with him? The first year he got paid pretty decent, of course, because he's a rookie. Second year was like, what? 4,000? I'm not good at saying dollar percentages. But he got 400 or 4,000. I don't know, something like that. It's just crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Let this woman help me.
$4,155,720. $4,251,503 asterisk.
Right. So he averaged that much his second year. And do you know that his second year was probably one of his best years, even though David Fizdale was the head coach? Like, that is just mind-boggling. You know? And then we go to 2019 and 2020, which is the same exact person, which is David Fizdale, who was our head coach at the time. And now they give him a little max, you know, they like, he still stays because of course it's his thing. You know, it's what he's getting paid for from his rookie contract. You know? It's pretty good. You know, we played him for a couple minutes, but we couldn't keep him as much. You know? And then last year, you know, it got lower because, you know, we got Obi Toppin and we got Emmanuel quickly. So what are we supposed to do about it, Joel? So we asked him, do you want the lower percentage, or do you mind us waiving you? No, he doesn't mind. He had the time of his life here. We want to thank him for that. Thank you. But my issue is, if Dallas is not going to use him, then what's the whole point? I have a feeling that Jason Kidd is not going to do jack to this kid. If I'm Dallas and I put him in maybe maximum 12 minutes, 15 minutes. Let's say Luka Doncic is injured. What do? I would put him in the starting five. Tislach li meod, I would put him in the starting five. I'm being too crazy right now. But I could see this kid in potential. He's a good player. Let me tell you that. After that last game that I've seen him, you know, the one that was trending all live in Instagram and all that stuff, he's a good player. Even like when he was playing with us. You know? And now I don't know what to expect for 2022 to the next couple of years. Let's see the rumors. Okay, so it's just been official that Mark Stern has just said this 20 hours ago. The Dallas Mavericks just officially announced the signing of Frank Ntilikina 20 hours ago, which is not shocking to me. But I just hope they use this kid more often. Like, I really do. I know I'm scrolling down a lot, but I'm just curious. Here, look at this. Look at the notes. It says he was the 181 best paid player, NBA player last year. The best paid NBA player. 181 best player. I don't know, man. I don't know. Dallas better treat this kid with a lot of respect. Because so far, look at Mr. Unicorn. Let's see what Mr. Unicorn has. Okay. I'll use my thing and I'll... Here we go. Look at this. Look at this shit. No offense, he's a good player. A lot of respect. Look at his salary. 31. I can't say it because I'm not good at math. Too lazy.
$31,650,600.
Wow. And like, Carl Anthony. It's not that I want. Just like, look at this shit. No offense. Good player. He's averaging good. Yeah, sure. But every single time, let me tell you something. When we were not the best team in the league, all of these players, they turned out to be really, really weird and shitty. They thought that they were going to be the best player. They haven't been. The only two players that went to be the best player was what's his name? Lance, forgot his name, but he was on the Knicks. All of the unknown Knicks players, they've gotten to be the best in other teams. Look at this. Look, Reggie Bullock, at least he has a decent one. Yeah, they didn't play like. Look at Kristaps, like they're paying him until 2023-24. 36. I can't even pronounce it.
36,016,200
dollars. Ladies and gentlemen, look at your answer for the Dallas Mavericks. And plus what they've added for a lower look there. I bet you Frank Ntilikina is gonna get paid just like these two guys. And Morris. And Morris Brown. Maurice Brown, whatever his name is. I'll be shocked if he gets paid just like Trey and just like Sterling Brown. I'll be in shock. But for now, they're probably going to use him as a G League player. I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous for this team and what they're going to do to him. Okay. I'm not going to yell my ass out, but I'm just going to say this. It's just stupid, you know what I mean? Like, it's really stupid. Like, you know what I mean? It's just really, like, I don't get this shit. And yet again, Luka is the second paid. No, I'm sorry, the third paid. Wow. Wow. But we're not here to talk about those guys, the Dallas Mavericks. We're here to talk about, let's see what we have. Let's see how much we're averaging and all that. I wonder. I'm just a little bit curious because we're a good team this year. Okay. Do that more? Why not? We look pretty decent. Look. We have such, like, thank God that we have Leon Rose. Thank God. I think what we've done this offseason has made much more sense supposedly what Dallas has done. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just saying, what did Kristaps do to max up his contract? You know, if that was me, I would max up Luka. Now, yes, I understand. Kristaps he's a veteran in the game, so it's going to take Luka much more time to get that like 3,000, K. So I understand. Like, wow. Like, this is the most concerning thing. Mitchell Robinson, Taj, we need to have him back. Like, by next year, we got to sign those two guys back. Yeah. You know. I mean, yes, we have Jericho Sims, who is getting paid very low because he's most likely going to go to the G League. Which I don't blame them. They have a pretty decent schedule, you know, which brings me to the point where I didn't mention the schedule yet. So, let me bring it up. Here we go. Okay. Hold on a sec. So, here, let's see. First of all, I want to see the Westchester Knicks schedule. Let's see their schedule. Let's see their all that stuff. Because we also have to critique on what it's gonna look like for players like Jericho, like all these guys, you know. And not to mention, but their tickets are very, very low price. So thank God for that. But they have a pretty good schedule. They have a pretty good schedule. There we go. Okay, so I don't know if you could actually see this, but here we go. Yeah, so here is the, you know, first of all, let me check the roster and then I'll come back to this page. The rosters for this year is going to be Bryce Brown. Forgot to pronounce the names. The names are really hard. But Bryce Brown, I'm only going to pronounce the names that I can pronounce. Tyler Hall, Jared Harper. Okay, so he's not off the team, but he's just in the G League. Lewis King, Scal, I don't know how to pronounce. J.J. Moore. I think I saw him play a couple of years ago. Theo Pinson. So he's going to be now in the G League. Miles Powell. Quincy Rose. Andrew White. Again, the pronunciations to some of these names I can't even pronounce. So I'm just going to skip them. And James Young. So it's pretty much a good roster. And let me tell you something. For a team like the Westchester Knicks, I'm pretty convinced that, you know what Tom is going to do with this team is pretty, you know what I'm saying? I mean, according to their schedule, you know, like let's say if we have an injury player, we're going to have Theo Pinson come in, play, and that's it. You know? I mean, they're going to go up against, you know, Washington, which is Capital City Go-Go, 2 times. Then 2 times they're going to be in Toronto. I think they're still going to be in Toronto, but I'm not so sure. Then they're going to be here in Westchester. So I'm not located in Westchester, but they're going to be in Westchester. I'm assuming it says TBA. So, you Yeah, and for the rest, it also says CBA. But just like to figure this out, you know, because then right after we go up against these guys, then they're going to Maine, or they're still gonna stay home against the Maine Celtics. Yeah, and then they're gonna go to like Delaware, and all of these places. So they have a pretty tight schedule for this year. But I'll tell you something. You know what? I have a good feeling. I really do. And let me tell you something. When I went last year to the Knicks game with it's my friend. I forgot that that's what happens. But when I went to the Knicks game with my friend Josh, the same Josh that locked me out of my room. Long story short, I think that was one of the best games that I've ever probably witnessed. Ever. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why. Because this is a team that knows how to fight back. We are a team that knows how to fight back. In both teams. Westchester Knicks, G League, and the Knicks. So, I'm confident that we're going to do well. You know? And I know I'm going from one subject to another, but that's just who I am. Get that. But I've got to say, you know? Like, here's the thing. When you think about a team like us, you think about shit. Like you're like, okay, the Knicks are good. You know? The Knicks are like actually good. And I'm not saying championship contenders, but playoff contenders. Like what we once were. You know? And it may sound crazy, but it's true. It's not a fact, but it's based on my opinion. Now, listen, I could go on all day talking about this subject, but I don't. Here's the thing, and here's my goal. I'm going to go to every single Knicks game that I can go to, whether it's next month, the month after, or the month after. Any single month. And let me tell you something. If I see that the Westchester Knicks are coming to Long Island to go up against the Long Island Nets, I'm definitely going to that one. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why, because first of all, it's much more closer, and I think it's still at the same stadium that I was in last time. I'll probably put it in the link down below. I'm not so sure, but if you can't find it, go on my channel and scroll down and you'll see the first Knicks Take playlist and just click on it and you'll see the the away game, and yeah. Because here's the thing. I'm not saying that, it's important to go to every single Knicks game. No. But here's the thing. We're getting so much better. And when was the last time that I've seen the Knicks play like this? Never. Never. Like, when I was a kid, I remember times where I used to watch Carmelo Anthony in the 2013 New York Knicks play against the best teams. And we were the best team. We were in second place in 2013. You know who was in first? LeBron James and the Miami Heat. Back at the time. Remember that? Holy shit. And they had their black uniforms. They had their weird ass red. Woo! Those were some stupid ass days going up against the Miami Heat. But it was a rivalry. And you know what? I enjoyed it. I'll never forget, Game 6 was it was narrowing down to the final second, the final minute of the game. And Carmelo Anthony's trying and he's trying. And it everyone was talking about it. And they were Carmelo Anthony's going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals with the New York Knicks. Next thing you know, damn it. Indiana took it. They went up against Miami. That's it. Now it hurt. It hurt me. And it hurted other Knicks fans. But we had to stick on. And that's when Phil Jackson was like, no, I volunteer to tribute. Yeah, of course you volunteer to tribute because you think that you're going to win a championship here. Which we did believe, and we got hypnotized by this, Well, at the time, we were more of maybe Phil Jackson could bring that Knicks mentality back to New York. And we just really got, hypnotized with that clock thing, the one that hypnotists use or whatever. The fuck. So it was like that, you know what I mean? Excuse my language, but you know what I mean? Well, I notice that I'm saying that over and over and over again. Yeah. That was 5 years of painful struggleness, and I remember times where fans would be boom, and every single time that we would see him on the trombone, oh my god. Oh my god. We will have a lot of respect for him as a player. But I don't think not as a president. Phil Jackson wasn't the fan. Phil Jackson wasn't the best, the best president, but he was the best player of Knicks history. And yes, there are some stories about him when he was in Chicago, and some of them were racist and all that stuff. I don't know. I just look on it on Instagram and all those stuff. But yeah. Another thing that, if you guys already know, is that Reggie Bullock had an incident with one of his agents, and I think he fired his agent. I don't know what it was. I think it was. I'm doing a lot of my. Let's see, Reggie. Yeah. And the reason why I'm saying Reggie Bullock is because, he was, he was for, where is, like, where is it? Let's see, hold on a second. I guess it's not there, but you know what I mean? So there was a time, and listen, if you want to know, you know. Okay, you know what? Maybe salary.com has it. Maybe I'll find it here. Dallas. Reggie. Okay, probably over here on the. Probably on the notes, it's gonna say it. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, so as you see over here, Reggie Bullock fired. I believe he fired or not. He didn't fire, but he had this issue with his agent, David Berman, something like that. Not Berman, but I don't know. And it was you know, it was the independent like sports and entertainment. So like there was this like whole like he had this whole issue with them, and then like next thing he's like I don't know. It started to be on ESPN and all that, Jack. But I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. So I kind of feel bad for the guy. At the same time, it is what it is. I don't know whether he's going to go to another agency or if he's going to stay here or not. Not here in New York, but like go to a different agent to sign with like a new agent, like Leon Rose was. So probably he's gonna hook up with maybe Chris Stapps' agent, or I don't know. Just bringing up names, but yeah. As far as for everything else, pretty much we are, good to go. Training camp is probably going to be back by next week. So right after the Jewish holidays, for all of you who are celebrating it with me, and, or if you don't celebrate the Jewish holidays, just, be patient and have a good time. Stay safe, work safe. That's about it. That's about it. Anyways, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, ring those 2 notification bells, to get your daily video every single week. I'll try my best to pull up videos like this, every now and then. There's just been a lot of things going on with my, not schedule, but a lot of things going on in my, on my plate. So, but yeah, so for an example, my podcast that's coming up soon. So make sure to check that out. It's called Who Am I? It explains the whole, it explains, who am I as a person, and, my disabilities and all that stuff. So that's going to be new, and coming up soon. So I'll keep you posted on that. But if you want to check that out, make sure to go on my channel, and you'll probably see it on the side. I don't know if it's the right or left, but you'll see like a little star with a little play button, and it's the website is called Spreaker.com, and it's already going to go on my profile page. You'll see the Your Own Show, and then you'll see who am I, and you can click on Who Am I or the Your Own Show. But yeah, so that's going to be new. Who am I? And yeah, that's basically about it. I mean, there's plenty of more, but I don't want you guys to, be too step to that or whatever. So like I said before, like, subscribe, comment, ring those notification bells so you could get weekly videos every single week. Make sure to like it, comment, share it. Important to share. Share it with your mom. Share it with your dad. Share it with your uncle who's a diehard Knicks fan ever since day one or something like that. Your dog, your cat, your brother, your sister, your aunt, who's a diehard Knicks fan since day one. The list goes on and on and on. So, anyways, guys, I'll see you later, and peace.